praise and thank you for a successful 2023 Carnival season. We pray that everything that is discussed here today will be for the benefit of San Fernando and by large the children that we cater for in our bands. All this we ask in God's name. Amen.
To iron out all the issues and challenges that we would have encountered during Carnival 2023, which was deemed mother of all Carnival. But we have to reflect, and we get to listen and to understand, and we can come to a collective at the end of the day and do what is best in the interest of San Carnival. We have a responsibility to make this better. And whatever we can. I must commend you all for literally giving us the support, and also giving San Fernando support as you all have done over the years without any form of commitment. But we speak, nothing changes in terms of the finances. I will be meeting tomorrow at NCC to see where we are. We're trying our best to I grew up with a grandmother, and my grandmother told us cut and contrive. It's your best you can cut and contrive to make it happen. So we'll move directly into the Children Carnival section, where we will entertain ideas, suggestions, where we'll take suggestions, recommendations, because you have had sufficient time to reflect on where things will go, good or bad, and make some recommendations which would be considered and taken to council for approval. One of the things I will show first is the use of skin of bark in years gone by, and the possibility of use of skin of bark in the future. I listened and looked, and so far what we're hearing about is that people like the idea of going to skin of bark with their basket and sitting in the stands with their food and children out to the around the plate. Challenge would be the cycle track. If we decide, or we suggest, or we recommend, and I say we meaning you all, that we would like to go back to skin of bark, just bear in mind that the usage of the dog would go into the park. The solution to that would be to have a sound system put up there, a permanent sound system, and they have to stay on the outside, so not they enter the park, come to the street side, and when we use the stage, we'll have now to ask NCC to leave up the stage that we use for guests. That should be equal consideration, or stay on the streets. From what I gather, Harris Promenade route was successful this year, and has a nice ambience here, and children get a chance to play and see whatever it is and enjoy themselves. So let us start with that one, but it does start with the route first. If we comfortable with it as it is, or we want to start the promenade, we think going to the park would be a consideration. If you're going into the park, it has to be negotiated, because we have to ask NCC to leave whatever infrastructure that they put up here still for the additional. So let's start with that first route. If you're happy with it, if you'll have any recommendations to make, or everything that's kind of action for consideration. And the mic is available.
And what band you're from, so we can record it properly. Any comments on the route? You must have a preference whether it's Harris Promenade or Skinner Park, or Judge on the road in front of Skinner Park. Ms. Jagger, since no one, what is your preference?
Specifically for children.
No rules for recording purposes.
Rosemary Jagger,
I know.
And I was okay with you to the children.
Jackie Kura, House of Jackie. I am very comfortable with anything you will give us. But I like the promenade, to be honest.
Anyone against the promenade?
My name is Anthony Charles. I represent Iman and Roshi Fusion Family Events. I don't like the word that you say against the promenade. What I prefer to say is that the promenade doesn't suit the amount of people, spectators, and the bands. Additionally, on the promenade, you have to bear in mind that we live in a day of climate change. So there is no longer dry season and rainy season. So when the rain came, Carnival Sunday, Canon Fakwa closed the church, Reverend Grazia closed the church. So there was nowhere for the children who were masquerading, especially the band that came a bit late to shelter. So there was a problem. I will much before, should say, skin up. I think it's much more viable, and I think that used to be the, at that time gone by. You come along with coffee and you exit at Skinner Park. And then to Harris Promenade, when the judging is over, there's a drop off. So you just see children walking. So I think that should be taken into consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. What crossed my mind is the carnival has evolved, and we have to take into consideration what the challenges are. And you made a good point in terms of how we disembark, how do we break up, and even for parking. So what you say there is a valid point, because when you park along the second class ground, we need to park and just disembark whether it's to your base destination. So that is a valid point for consideration. Also, the stage, which is development that we consider. Challenge will be here is if we decide to go that way, it's the benefit of NCC, the availability of the facility, and the infrastructure required for that. So we have 2 points. We have some folks preferring the promenade and the ambience. 1 point presented that the weather could be a challenge for us. And also for children that leave the destination within their room. So that's what we consider. Any other views on the venue? It's kind of up on what on the streets. What I will mean also if during the park that will be coming down will be the Royal Road on the Bobby Street, on the Superior Street straight in the park, and then there's the park. Which was the good. And one of the things you find you hear from the public is if you belong to Superior Street, why not Promenade? When Promenade, why not Superior Street? Why not Promenade Street? They have all these people that get it for their cause and their interest. But I understand the 2 points made, and I will take it for consideration. Sir Charles, the thing which can back would really be one major issue is NCC facilitating us when we do those things. So, and the starting time. What about the starting time? Are we okay with the starting time? No. Okay, so let's, no, we don't know, we wouldn't agree, but we need to get a consensus.
Michelle Johnson for Heart and Soul. I have been a parent of a masquerader for the past 12 plus years with Dexter Jennings and Ecclesville, and then I went over to Heart and Soul as a committee member. And I always find it is heart-wrenching when the children come down the streets and there's no one to watch them. And the time is not good for Sunday. Let's be real, it's a Sunday. People have to do things before they come.
So what would be your recommendation?
I am thinking maybe 1, because when you come there early, and this is a point that hurts me, we were at OWTU, and the gentleman, I don't know who he was, went on the mic and he said, Heart and Soul, you're keeping back. And I said, keeping back what?
Yeah.
We have 4-year-old children in big costumes, And you're rushing them down the street and there was nobody there to see the costumes.
So what you have sometimes is over enthusiasm and it's worse.
But then when we reached by the gas station, there were big trucks passing us going back to OWTU to wait for the other masqueraders. And then you were hearing, what time you all passing on, what time you all went down? Because people came out looking for their favorite bands.
So your recommendation is 1 p.m.
Maybe 1:30, because I mean, let's say 1 o'clock, yes. That 10 o'clock, I mean, some people
Do
really.
we have any support machineries of raise a hand for taking the time later? So we have 2 persons saying 1 o'clock. Anybody opposed to 1 o'clock start? Please just share your views, please.
Good evening, everybody. I'm born here, but 10 o'clock was excellent for me because I'm and other bands goes to other competitions. And when we start at 1, by the time you reach down here, my masqueraders were there at 9:30. My granddaughter is 5 years and my smallest child was 2 years old. And she jumped from there straight
So
to
what time you get a competition?
the other competition Carnival and the different competition places start at 1 o'clock. So it gave me enough time to go to other places.
Alright, so we have another competition here. So the facilitate other competition going on. Probably we
The
have
10 o'clock was good. We left there
time
at 11.
balance consensus.
Right, so if it's anything, we left at 11, but I told my people early because all of them, some of them came.
So so in other words then, if we work with like 11 o'clock start, 11 a.m. start, which is not too far from 1 a.m., also from 1 p.m.,
Yeah.
it will allow us to have 2 bites of cherry.
Yeah, you see the problem you're telling the people, 1, they're coming, the masqueraders and the parents coming at 2. I have people, I pause here, and 4 of my masqueraders and their children don't come to me, the band down here, where we pause already.
Right, so is there any other opinion on this matter?
Alright? So the time point is good with me.
Any other opinion on this matter?
I agree with the early start.
Yeah, give to the other guy.
I agree with the early start because as Valerie would say,
Use the mic, please.
Hi, good afternoon, Suzanne, Harriet, Ecclesville JC School and friends. I agree with the early start. When we get at Circular Road World Creative Arts Center, and I was very upset this year, one with Creative Arts with the yard. You know, normally you get the opportunity to put the children in the yard and we would get dressed from there. Well, the yard was locked, so it had no room for us sitting, so everybody congregated in that little area there, some going up the hill to OWTU and stuff like that. But bypassing all of that, I am saying 10 is good, everybody can leave at the same time anyway. If we go 1,
So let me just check and see with the women's institution. What do we probably draw for numbers or select numbers?
No, we do other competitions that day. So we would come into San Fernando and from here we would go on to...
Why I'm saying that, if those people 1 o'clock, right, the 1 o'clock people could start at 1 o'clock, rather than having a congestion there, and the early birds leave early. So we start like that, we have a constant flow. So
Well, maybe that is, whatever is that opinion at that time.
we're looking for solution.
I know, but I still say, because if
So
we
if
start
you-
at 10,
Yeah.
and let us say the first band is there for 10, 10:30 or 11, let us say it's 11 o'clock. Everybody can start at 11.
So if we have 15 bands, and 5 bands prefer a 10 o'clock start,
Yeah.
then they schedule us for
And
10 o'clock start.
the rest who
And
wants to
you
go
have
later on.
5 prefer 1 o'clock start, then they come for 1 o'clock.
Okay, next question. What is the cutoff time for the juniors in San Fernando?
Judges was supposed to be at 5, so everybody said before my
Very well. So if we start at 1 and you have 15 bands, we
We
just average in.
your point,
Yeah.
but it's not what I said. So
Okay.
I'm offering a solution as an option that we start at 10 o'clock. And the bands should before the
Early start, go earlier and...
together for them, and the bands should before the 1 o'clock start, they come 1 o'clock, but we must know. So we have a plan. Like, we're going to have a congestion, Mr. Charles. LUT Mike.
I'm listening to both sides, right?
If you rest points before.
Yeah, they are valid. I think the challenges comes with the administration. You bring the AP children and they are 10. They have 5 bands. How many trucks we have? 12 trucks. They have 5 bands.
No, we have 15 bands.
15 bands.
Altogether.
Okay. With my experiences here, if 5 bands went down at 10 o'clock, that was plenty. Most of the bands came in after 12. And what would have happened is that some of the bands apparently had competition in Hollis the day before. And then you bring the children. So you have to get, they went to Hollis, they come back, and then they came back to San Fernando. And some of these bands, although it's San Fernando Carnival, they go to other competitions. So this is something that we have a little challenge with.
We need to have cooperation.
You need to have, yeah, that
Between all the entities.
in sync, and you understand what I mean. And then to, I heard somebody talk about the ambience up there. Creative Arts Center closed. Probably if I had a conversation with somebody in WT when the rain came again, and some of the children up there. Right? So, probably we can go to all
We
these.
need to, to ensure that there is comfort for the children.
First thing. Yeah. Right? And then I think the time probably some people who say 10 o'clock have a valid point. Some people who say 1 o'clock have a valid point because here where children come in on coffee should and nobody watching them.
So it will require that level of cooperation and understanding where you have only 3 groups, right? The Telegram group or the Doggy
And you want to club.
and music job aside accordingly.
Accordingly.
So adequate music.
That's right.
accommodation.
And I beg and pray that the music shop do not operate like PBS.
Sorry. Yeah, so we have the cooperation and the understanding. I feel
That's right.
how trucks are being assigned specifically to these bands. So I think we're making some progress there. So as we register, we'll give ending form. Morning or afternoon registration. If you're morning, then we have trucks assigned to the morning groups. That could be a solution. Are we in agreement with that solution? Morning and evening? Right, thank you, Mr. Charles. In terms of judging, I know we always have issues in judging. I collapse in Panama, I can see what it is. So let's talk about judging. Any issues in judging?
Yes. Maria Hanky, Heart and Soul. My issue is, if we are moving forward with Carnival, where is the, and it's only 3 years I'm in Carnival and I've asked every year, where is the criteria? What are you all, what the judges looking at? Right? How do you all source judges? Who are they? Because I don't know.
Okay, well,
First, let me just go back 1 second. The Creative Arts Center was written, and I got the message in the morning that it was supposed to be open. So, because Carnival office normally use Creative Arts Center. Secondly, the judges' criteria is the same criteria we have used all the time, and is in the Carnival office, as in the Carnival booklet. So the judging criteria is the same. We sent out an ad for judges this year.
Is it available?
Yes. We sent out the ad for judges this year, and we actually did training for the first time in about 5 years with the judges. TTCB is sent down to representatives, and we did training for the judges. Right, so the judges were trained.
that being said, Carnival Managers Association. Yes,
Give him the mic.
So the judges were trained. The criteria is at the Carnival office. The pool is from people who have applied. Obviously, we base on what cultural or the case of cultural musical experience they have. Right, so they were trained and based on their experience.
Is that satisfying, Mark? I think you want to look at the criteria, because that will always be a contentious issue. Judges, in terms of what they see, what they look for. They will never please us, but I didn't really. I think the criteria is important. If you look at it, a lot of us have not seen the criteria, may not understand what is required. So you using your own creative juice, the flow, and then if they say it is authentic something, and you have something that's not authentic, then you disqualify yourself. So it's important to pay attention to the criteria, and maybe we should attach, attach the criteria to each registration form, so it makes the band leader informed what is required, rather than assuming that you will understand and know, as in your case. So that will be an approach in going forward. Attach the criteria to the form.
Because Mr. Rukano, like the modern persons who are into art and graphic, things are changing.
Yeah.
There are some people who are into the 3D outlook, the this, the that.
I like what I'm hearing.
Right. So if we get an outline and okay, they're looking for this element, that element, but I am creating questions and I don't know what the judges are really marking. What are they looking for? If we have this element or that.
How advanced the judges are with technology. And if you're talking 3D,
that's why I asked who are the judges.
And they are old school.
Right.
So we have a responsibility to show you a mixed team of judges with both before and after, and also to understand what is required, where the world is today.
Right.
I agree with that, and maybe people can be now, and take notes, take that, and do our selection.
That's why we put out this year for new judges. So we got a couple of new judges.
I saw there were one or two people when I was down there, Carnival Tuesday. I saw people from the visual arts, universities who I knew in the school, I would have some training there. But these are areas that we have to, that we will be more or less embarking on, and in terms of looking at the selection process. I would suggest that we came from COVID, and we came from underprepared. Although we knew we were double carnival, maybe the powers that be did not understand that, and we were always playing catch up. But I think now that we have carnival has restarted, I think the process of carnival already started. The carnival 2024 already started. This is why we have a discussion today, and we need, we have to communicate. We need recommendations from you all. I think the points you raise are very critical, and that should be addressed in the selection process. And maybe the panel of judges should convene a meeting with the stakeholders. Let's get an understanding of where we are and what is required. Anything else on judging from anybody else? Wait, Peter, just Michael, Jackie, please.
Once more, Jackie Poonhow, House of Jackie. I have objections to the individuals being judged from age 5 to age 17 together. A 5-year-old child cannot compete with a 17-year-old child easily. I would like to suggest that you put them into 2 or 3 categories to break it down, make it easier, please.
Now, when we announced results on Carnival Tuesday was because we were rushed and we have the breakdown in age.
But I think the recommendation is somewhat logical in terms of the age. I'm not sure how it is done. Okay, so it is. It is calculated. And also, this information needs to be also given and provided for the band leaders who know specifically where it is, because you're more or less going into something and then you have no idea where you're being judged. So we have some work to do in that area. Any other matter on judging? Satisfied with the judges. So in terms of is there any other matter that the junior parade advance that they don't affect you all over the race this evening?
I have 2 size of the bands. Why is there not a standard number for sizing? So like SANDO will have a certain number for size, let's say small and medium and large is a certain number. And when you go to Marabella, the same band is being judged, let's say heart and soul. So in SANDO I'm judged small. And when I go to Marabella, I'm being judged on the medium. So I know it's two different, but then what is...
Okay, so you talk about the numbers.
Yes, the numbers.
What do we look at here?
Again, there's different committees. But all this go out funded by NCC, but if we go by NCC numbers, all bands and SANDO CARNIVAL will be small. All bands will compete in one category.
Okay.
So I think we and I guess Marabella and Barraco will adjust their numbers to their community.
And is the individual, when the individual is being judged, is that point going towards the overall band? When the individual of the band is being judged, is that point, is the points that the individual...
The point is carried over to the band.
Yes.
No, the individual is judged as an individual, but his costume will be judged on the impact and presentation. His portrayal, when he's with the band, will be judged on what the portrayal of the band. So the answer is yes and no kind of way. So yes, he will be judged as an individual, but when he comes along with the band, he will be judged as part of the band and the portrayal of the band. I would not answer.
I'm not sure if we should actually, well, what is it was timing good, we limit ourselves to numbers, because if we were to see a small band 1 to 25, and a medium rate 26 to 50, and a large 51 to 100, that set ourselves up problems. I was in this once, and a large band was short on numbers. But the band won the competition, but like we judges point. So let's be checking numbers. When we check the numbers, the band was disqualified. The members of that band still beat me up to this day. And that was 2003, I think it was. It's a company checker. Because it's a rule, and once it's a rule, you yourself out. So sometimes to allow growth, and I saw a band carnival Tuesday. I was 6 months greater than I said I was a judge like the man of the year. For enthusiasm, for energy, for interest, for participation. And they were so enthusiastic, they enjoyed themselves with reasons of them. But which category they fall under? You know, they weren't even small. So there must be some flexibility as we allow to grow. And I must commend you, I've seen some new faces here in the manual. So there's, I mean, Ms. Jackie and Ms. Dalasa can't continue forever. But we must have that continuity, that passion and battle. We have to work together, we have to live together in a small community. We talk about Morrisville every day, there's a dichotomy that is vast between Morrisville and San Fernando. Morrisville live carnival. We are seasonal in San Fernando, we have to come to terms with it. So we have to spread it and encourage people to buy it. And we have to work collectively, it can't be. We are the administrators, and you are the masquerade. There's a gap between us. We need this together. So your contribution this afternoon is vital and critical and important to the success of SANDO Carnival, the Church Carnival. So if we have more to source all the ideas, and I don't think it was very fruitful, and we can move on to the next section, next category, and thank Church Carnival section for being part of this discussion, and tell it only because this is an opportunity for us to put on this manual, and so yeah, because all of us are doing this together. So we move to the next section now, which is us. So like much earlier, only about 6 months. You understand?
afternoon, everyone. My name is Felicia Victor from Island Vibes. Now, I mean, I wasn't involved in the night mass, but I must say, I didn't see any steep man. I didn't see anything, and that was like really like, because I came out just for that and I didn't have that, and I think that we need to focus a lot, especially the children, on the steep man and try to do things to evolve, because at the end of the day, remember, the steep man comes from Trinidad and Tobago, and when you go inside, people more enthusiastic about it, and that is not happening with these. So we have to really do something and try to get it involved. Yes, some schools doing it, but there's a focus. We have to pay attention for ourselves for things to evolve. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. She's talking pan, right? It's like mass and pan or both? Yeah, right. So the issue there, how do I defend this? We have to face the facts. In 1960s and 70s and 80s, San Panama was very strong in pan, almost dominant. 1975 Panama finals, San Panama came first, one came second, one came fourth. But we never forgive us for that. However, we have lost our way somewhat. In the 1960s, we had 27 steep bands in San Panama. I used to leave Mr. Bata and walk around San Panama listening to the band. That was 9 bands in the coffee. That has been considerably. So, steep band women have their issues. We have to deal with it. I can speak for 1 band with 2 bands or 3 bands. And the 2 large bands in San Panama suffer from that enemy that we have that we love called Panorama. When you finish Panorama let me just speak from a civil perspective. We come from Panorama, we offload the last truck at 5:15 Sunday morning. We offloaded 12 40-foot trailers. Out of those 40-foot trailers, we have now to reassemble vans to go on our next trailer. But then we are coming back at 9:10 in the morning to do that. But we are bombarded by spectators and children can't work away off the street. So we can't even get into our barnyard. The entire pavement of our barnyard is lined with peddlers. We can't get into our barnyard. So we have to wait until Monday night to try to do something. We can't even get anything on Monday evening. So that is the challenge that we have at Rice People and then we have just gone through 6 weeks of literary hard work, but paying for that in we call it Panama. Panama is a good thing and a bad thing where it takes so much out of you. And there's so many young people playing Panama, they are physically exhausted on day and Sunday morning. It's pretty cold day and the whole night. I think for that, that's the same problem too, because we had a conversation, both myself and Daniel had a conversation. And it is what it is, but we find a solution there. It may mean that the other bands pick up the slack. The bands that didn't make it to the finals should pick up the slack. And we try to get a discussion with Patrick Labour. The promise was made. And I stood up in the coffee and saw 2 bands pass down Carnival Monday night. One was a man called Southlanders, and the other one was MORTEM. Right? 2 bands passed down Monday night. So there is a problem there that we have to address. And we'll be speaking to, because we have prizes and we beat these 3 bands. So a band, I saw three fellas in a truck, in a small pickup truck. And as a band, you'll be claiming a prize. But if you have those challenges that we have to address. So the point you raise are very valid and you raise a pantry. Where is the presence of bands in San Francisco, ski bands in San Francisco? Unlike Hollis. So that's the area we really have to touch base on. In terms of the night mass, we have about 6 or 7 night mass bands, but from what I gather, we have about 12 or 15 trucks that are loading up and licensed and have the things ready for Carnival. But these trucks are out Sunday, they're out Monday morning, they come back to the night mass Monday night, and they come back to the same people. They're around in a circle. And it's also the same masqueraders. Maybe, I'm not sure. So if you stagger the bands at a certain time and where you put them, I know there was a challenge, one challenge where it was advertised that the competition will be held on the Irish Promenade for the night mass. But on Monday morning, question was raised by the administrators that given the paucity of the offer made by NCC, which is $250,000 if you get to receive, do we have a competition on permanent where we have to create physical infrastructure, put up tent, tables, chairs, lighting towers, move judges from Supper down there? Why do we leave the infrastructure we already have in existence at Supper, or already set up for Monday and Tuesday, and have the competition there? Maybe that information will not convey in advance to the public, so people came in from expecting to see night mass and were disappointed, and simply man may not have been informed. That was a decision made on the challenges in the situation. So I will apologize for that one. So night mass probably was not successful. We may have to, and we go up with the representatives here, so we invite back. So one, sorry, my apologies. 2, 3. Anybody? Michael? So, Michael. Yeah. So we're not going to call that back to the solution.
No. You brought up the same thing as I was going to bring up with the other point because my masculine doesn't listen to you. Why we go on something that we are coming up with problem. So, you are reciprocal. So,
all right. Sir?
I must congratulate the committee for the night mass. The road was beautiful. The police was very accommodating, and we wish to keep this going.
Stay right there. I think you need to really put other protocols. The first time the police shut down the mass, I have asked people to have they locked me up one night. Try to stop the mass out. So I think we must commend Senior Superintendent Smith for being very accommodating and listening. And we had dialogue with him and he supported us in that regard. So
the officers were very accommodating and we must say thanks.
That was it. Anybody else on night mass? Nobody else in night mass. So night mass has an invitation and there's, I think there's an opportunity for night mass because you have to cater for your crowd and you have to have an understanding. After you play Jubilee and you go and get a couple of hours sleep, you come out at 9 like you do something to do. And then also you have to be cognizant of your market. If you don't play Jubilee and play night mass, which is a trade, don't necessarily play mass or carnival Tuesday. And if that is so, then you have a targeted group outside there for you to pull it. Because they're playing Jubilee and the Reds on Monday night, but they're coming out expecting that carnival Tuesday. So you understand targeted that group. Who are they? The spillover from Jubilee is available to you. Because one of my concerns is that we have the massive Jubilee band, the best Jubilee band in the night, and some of that. But where is that crowd after Jubilee? So we don't want to send it, and I hear you. But because some of them don't go to Hollis State, some of them go and come back and correct carnival Tuesday, but they have no mass carnival Tuesday. Because they sleep whole day and recover. So there is a market for you. There is a group of people, right, outside there who are ready to play mass, but maybe not aware of their contribution. So if you have a band or a style or a name of a band, whatever it is that attract them, then they're available. Because you have 8 trucks, 50 trucks available to you non-stop, but they have nothing to do. So night mass has potential because the games are not yet on the night. We have to wake it up. We are responding to do it. So we give the support, as who said, Poppy Street, Superior Street, that stretch down the Supper, it's a cool, I don't know what to do with it, right? Like mass in the West, where you rose that stretch, and you can enjoy yourself, like semi-lap, you can help. So,
Use the mic, please.
Which band you represent?
It's the musicians, I mean, people need to because you have this home to the age that will really
Okay, we address that.
empathize with the
Okay, so
dogs.
we address that. Thank you for your observation, Mr.
Yes.
Boots.
I got a complaint about it.
By the way, Mr. Boots is the next one of the group. He's a habitant. Hopefully, okay, so we have a stakeholder making the case there. Hopefully, right. Alright, thank you, Mr. Tulsi. So we're moving on now to the Tuesday morning, very okay, so we move in time, then we ahead of time. But let me just take the opportunity to raise some critical issues because look at social media and you see the comments made by people. So I saw today on the papers where Hollis street vendors up in arms with the city corporation because they didn't make any money and the bus or whatever, and how the corporation was sensitive to them. I don't know what we did Carnival Tuesday morning. There were vendors who were not very well informed. Look at the criteria, look at the route, and they said that they wanted to set up stores on Paris Promenade, not realizing that the only competition you're going to have there is Carnival Sunday, the Children's Carnival, and then Monday and Tuesday activity done by supper. So they would have invested and put some things. As I came into the interview last Monday morning and saw them, I said, oh, what are these people doing here? About 10 or 12 tents. 10 or 12 tents there. And he personally came down here Tuesday morning. Where's Duckies? Mr. Duckies. I called him, wake him up. Then bring a truck. He said, but it's Carnival Tuesday, I said, I want to hear there's some people, so poor people here with debts. We have to move them to Skinner. And he sent his staff. And we moved all those things of our command. I spoke to the police superintendent Smith. I must give him credit again. I said, Mr. Smith, I want to move some things where there's a space out to Skinner Park. The sergeant was there in time, said that can't happen. License so and so. The bar license say you have to be there, there can't be nowhere else. And the police superintendent said, listen, it's a few hours, it doesn't come in any people. And Mr. Ducky and Mr. Superintendent, we moved all those things Carnival Tuesday morning between 9 and 11 o'clock and relocated them to outside Skinner Park. They were happy. They wanted to give them free boiled corn, free bacon chat and everything. Because we were flexible and we understood. And this is what we have to understand. Duckies were doing that on Carnival Tuesday morning, but he didn't have to do that, and he didn't charge us like the best part. Okay. So you saw where they saying for the speed people were insensitive. We will not be able to understand that this is an opportunity for vendors to be part of the carnival, and we did what we had to do. One of our councillors went to Port Speed just to get an idea what it was in Port Speed, and we hear that carnival is not what it used to be around the city. The grandstand is not as common as it used to be. Likewise, the north stand. So we've got the Superdrome, and the carnival is evolving, it is changing. There's some people who left Trinidad in 1960, come back home and complain about everything wrong with the carnival, not understanding. San Fernando is not how people, San Fernando we used to know. The carnival is not what we used to know. We have adjusted. The carnival is there still. But we have to understand what it is and work alongside it. We talk about training, presentation, and what you have to do. Get with the times. So I met a tourist at Carnival on Sunday morning who complained that he was on Royal Road looking to see Jubilee, and he didn't see no Jubilee. I said, what time you got to Royal Road? He got at 8:30. I said, Jubilee started at 4 a.m. We're not waiting for you. They come down Royal Road. I had a number to supper. He said, and who's here? I came down by the promenade and like reported Carnival Tuesday, I didn't see no mass. I said, who tell you the rule I reported? The rule says straight, Coffee Street, Superior Street, Supper, Independence Avenue, and take it from there and do whatever you want to do. So they're not understanding these things because he left Trinidad in 1960 something, and when he was going up that march to the promenade and I reported. Or 40-foot chairs, you cannot be in a city anymore. You cannot go down by the hospital. You cannot go down by the home where Mr. You can't upset anybody. So there are those challenges. It has changed. It may very well ongoing. Our recommendation was made some time ago to move mass onto the bypass. That may not be impossible. That may be a good idea in times to come because the carnival is growing. right? And it has to be done in a particular way. Nowhere in the world can you go inside the inner city. You don't do that. This is why the sugar dome is happening in Hollis, where people are moving over to the inner city. So we eventually have to understand that and understand what we have to, what our challenges would be, and adapt to the changes. Rather than be left behind. Somebody spoke about Hollis and why is that attractiveness to Hollis? Well, you have to understand that. But think about it. Number one, then we don't know that from Hollis. Let us start with. So let us find a space that they don't have any hill. Coffee Street, Dumpster Street, Supper, all the way up the waterfront, the new waterfront. May very well be. So you may not have carnival and high street power at all. So we have to adjust and understand when that waterfront, when that highway development, can you spread out, can you width of the roadway there? You ever try to come out a truck, come down Royal Street, how narrow it is? They have already turn a truck from September to 2nd Street. Truck up the roads back and forth. So we have to understand what it is and avoid these narrow streets and corners and have a free flow of traffic that will benefit all of us and advance in going forward. So we all start talking about how it used to be and when I was growing up. That is not happening anymore. So if anybody have any suggestion, we didn't do it. We can start now to people here. So we can. No, just so we going to the. No. So we're going into the two-way section now, and we are open for recommendations, suggestions, thoughts, what we can do to improve two-way. And I tell you, anyway, going to participate, the very best two-way in San Fernando. All you have to do now is transform that two-way into a choosing mass. That's a challenge. Who's going to be a step forward? Mr. Chairman, sorry. And I will advocate that if you have 700 people to play, you could convince 700 people to do with you. Get them to play Carnival Tuesday. Because you have a foot inside and do it gradually, rather than go down to a 3,000 or 4,000 costume. Give them something that they can coax them and massage them to make that transformation from Juve into Tuesday. They can Ayana and Iran and then beat you up every year. We have to get up some competition, right? Because competition is what allows growth. I'm not saying that we want that it could be the way it can be limited, but I think we want competition because it will allow them to step up some more. So if you have a caption of 1,500 people, 500 people play with you, you win. Think about how you just visualize that same 500 people in a pretty much Carnival Tuesday. It can be done. Do it gradually. I have Jamas and Uzaban and those type of money. It's easy to play. And it's not costly until you find your bearings and what you want to do. So Juvebans, having said that positive about what you have been doing, I invite you all to the microphone to share your thoughts with us.
Good evening to Juvebans. We've always had an issue with routes. There was a proposal for City Week from a band to change the routes. But because City Week was a small amount of bands, we decided to stay with the route. 2023 Carnival, the proposal was to go with the band leaders route. And I was for this route. For one reason, it's for the max of it. A band, when I first started to play with Image, was a music truck and a little drinks truck. But now a band is a music truck, a drinks truck, a wheel truck, a next music truck, a water truck.
Toilet.
A band now with 500 people is longer than Image when I now start to play with them. So when historically you have 30 bands by 8 trucks per band, the existing route will not work. will not work. I get licks because all the bands pass it by the public. And I'm a businessman. Wherever the route is, I will pay a $10 license to get a buy. So it don't make sense. That argument don't make sense. The maths behind it is that the 3 kilometer route not working. We have to extend it. Eventually, this year we have less vans, but as the Bishop said, our Juve is growing. Our Juve will go on the bypass or will go on the waterfront eventually. Let us not wait till we have a catastrophe. The ball area, we should have gone on the bypass or we should have gone on the waterfront. Let us start to think progressively. Let us start to think now how we can make this work.
So, Charles.
Well, for the people who just came, my name is Anthony Charles. I am manager for Women and Lordship.
This is
family event, right? I have one question to ask of the team. What is the criteria for bringing a drink stop on the road for Juve? No, not the purpose, the criteria. I know I'm going to. Is there a cost for it to bring a drink stop on the road for Juve?
Yes. How we talk about the truck is very short for the truck, yes.
For my information, because sometimes I get too much. For my information, the only cost factor for a vehicle to be on the road is at the licensing authority. So if it is that we know that it's something that the city, the San Fernando Carnival community has now introduced, probably
it wasn't introduced this year, it was introduced last Carnival.
Last Carnival, I can't remember. I did 10 years now.
It's Hollis.
To Juve?
No. Yeah, we introduced that.
The last Carnival?
Yeah.
But it's the first time I get a seat like this.
So all plans are any additional, short of additional.
Yeah. All that, well, it's the first time. So I was ignorant of that, I paid it. I want to know what that money brings to me.
But Mr. Charles, when you look at I keep talking about the paucity of the funding that we get. And when I inquire in Port of Spain, every vendor in Port of Spain must pay the city corporation. Hold on. Any truck in Port of Spain must pay the Carnival Committee in Port of Spain. So that's how they derive money. When you consider, they also have access to huge corporate sponsors. Karen Fernandez and Nostura, they just sell all these people support Port of Spain Carnival. So I suspect, I'm not involved in this aspect of it, I suspect that the convener's committee, when I finish, right, will try to get money wherever they can to hold this thing together. So I don't know any sponsor in San Fernando who offer us money. Blue Waters told me that they want to give us, the brand new whole city of San Fernando. I said, what are you getting for it? Sell it for 20 cases of water. And this one Blue Waters told me. Right? So I said, well, no bother. I saw a car came recently and stick up yellow stickers all over the San Fernando without any authorization. Right? And we not allow, and you might think because it pretty, in your bar pretty, but the car came to put a plastic up thing on your bar or on your counter. So I'm saying
that's analyzed.
So I'm saying we do not have, and really, our major challenge is economics. And I mean, what I'm saying here as well, but the real issue is the economics, because the economics is affecting all of us, affecting your membership, your numbers, your price structure, everything. So there's another discussion we could probably go to after we finish this, what we do in economics. And if we are stymied and we are trying to raise, I think $100 there is problem. Because if you have $100 for a truck and you have 100 masqueraders, you just back $1 more on your costume.
Your worship, I hear you. I hear you. Right? But remember, the drinks are not being sold yet.
It may factor that in your overall cost.
Right, that's right. But cost for the drink trucks, no problem. They say that is something that we recognize. That probably will go towards me. I have no problem with that. So that might make me get a check faster. Right. Next thing. We have some people calling marshals. Road. I think going forward, we should look to employ people who do the work, who are capable of doing it. I don't know who's responsible for employing them. Look at it.
There are 12 marshals.
12 marshals, yeah. I look at it. Right? Again, you say the juveniles has gotten so big, but we have to look at problem things. I am total agreement with it. Total agreement with it. Right? I am tired being in a band coming down the road Juve morning and again move to the right when the police pass, move to the left, like you know Niger, do we stand there? Go to the right, go to the left.
Well, there's a different
yes.
scenario.
I think I talked about a lot of people who experience that.
So
the other thing, just come on. The red king, the red cat, the worship. It's one of the, sometimes you have to be kind of understandable. Right? I have seen people being wrecked, the back in back sheet to come and lock the mask. And they can't, if they continue doing that, you can't get nobody come to sleep.
We spoke about the cost. We spoke about cost sleeping yesterday about that. But that is not controlled by us. That is controlled, you know, that is controlled by the police.
And the police?
Yeah.
Alright.
But I sympathize with that.
But we have a word with them.
Yeah, we do all the time. They have that sensitivity. I think one of the issues that was raised by yesterday's statutory meeting, the police said that parking on here, the superintendent said parking on a corner is illegal whether it's carnival day or not. So you know, and if there's a sign that says no parking, that's all it's good by the law. You have more, so you know what I'm talking about. You don't have that flexibility. So there's the same way we got Mr. Smith to be sensitive to the time.
Right.
Maybe going forward we'll have to push the bill, understanding with the wrecking. But going back to my matters that you raised earlier, where you threw so many points at us, everybody what it was. Yeah. It had to do with the marshals. And certainly everybody here. I don't know how this happened, but trucks and so forth. We were standing by Judgment Point. That was Carnival Tuesday. And I see a band pass, and I stand there for over an hour. I looking down the road, there's nobody inside. And when I turn the corner on Superior Street, a man back up. The truck in front, the driver, the truck whining on the outside. Oh, why are you whining? And I'm there telling the driver, please, right? Taking me on. When I said somebody else, you go to the band leader, so we just know, you go behind the truck. And why are you running behind the truck? For that, you know, I was on Monday, you saw us on Monday, I got so many police officers that walk with me. You go not listening to the marshal, they didn't take it on any marshal. Right, the marshal going on begging them to come, they're not coming down the road. How long can the church stay on Superior Street? They were almost on the Persian for more than an hour. Gypsy came down and we looking at some of the bands and we left and walked up. We met them somewhere past on the street and we looked and they couldn't move. The band in front of them just not moving.
So hence the reason why we have to probably look at an alternative location.
No, we have to have understanding.
Yeah, but do you think that anybody who goes out there do have understanding? Do you have understanding on that day?
But that's the problem. So Carnival Day, the hardest thing to do is to negotiate with a Calypsonian, a Marsman and a Panman. And a Panman and Carnival Day. That's the hardest thing to do. It's a fact. Because they just become out to play mass and they don't care about the regulations and rules.
I like how you say Panman.
All of us. We know that. So the point is that we are affected by the same demon that I was at this. But we have to have understanding. Because when you stay back there, in your inconvenience in the next band, the judges, before you, the spectators, the media, for instance, everybody affected by your intolerance.
One last thing, I don't want to take up much time. I'm asking that there be a better source of communication coming from your office to the public at large, especially the band leaders.
And so let me tell you this. Your corporate offices. I have no staff. As a mayor, and this is embarrassing to say, but it's the truth. I run a one-man show.
That's why it's hard to negotiate with that panel.
Right? No, I'm telling you the truth. It's the truth. Right. We have, unless we hire people to work in the mayor's office, I can't be running up and down. I don't respect it. So we have problems. We have an office for the Carnival office, which was more or less. Anne-Marie Stevie was the best secretary we had in years. Yeah. Anne-Marie passed. And to get down there to get information, we can't find nothing. We know where nothing is. Prior to that, look, we just commissioned a book on the history of San Fernando. And we tried to get information on San Fernando Carnival over the years. Go back to the Mark Copeland and the Clemmy George and the Dorridge brothers and all this, and the Corbins and all these people. And we don't have anything. Because somebody wiped out the system. And it's wickedness. So we have to start somewhere with something in place. But luckily, we were able, that this council commissioned Dawad Philip to write the history of San Fernando Carnival. Luckily, we was able to interview people like Esther Theodore. Esther was the first guy who played in San Fernando. She won in 1958 in Queen's Hall, dancing to Mango Verde. The first guy who won. Right? Designed by Clemmy George. And she passed last year. They always able to interview and got the information. Was able to interview National Jagasa before he passed. So we have a book that we launched sometime in May of this year. The history of San Fernando Carnival, San Fernando Master, San Fernando Band. We're doing those things, but we are limited by lack of resources. There's no money provided for the Carnival committee to start. What I had to do is take one of my staff and send them to the councillor to start the office. Luckily, this lady had worked with Miss Anne-Marie while she was there, so she had some institutional knowledge.
And she did a fine
bring to the table. Yeah. So we had personal information. Councillor take time off from work to work there. His vehicle broke down, he had no car. Right? So he goes smash up. And then I take one of my staff and send them one of my staff. And so I have two people. And I send one down. And I have one. Right? So what do you mean office? You're taking the answering phone call, you go through email, responding to letters. I have to respond to Bashan and I have no idea. But these are internal issues that I have to deal with. And the powers that we must understand those things. There's no provision for Carnival. There's no funding for Carnival. So what we're going to check Ash Wednesday for that.
I talk about funding. What are we going to do about that going forward? But that seems to be the major problem.
Well, there's a light at the other end of the tunnel because local government before will give the city corporation and the council the autonomy to deal with funding.
I hope that the light at the end of the tunnel is not a train coming.
Well, the thing about it is that if you have money that you can allocate, it's like the property tax. And you could say, for instance, you can say you want to put aside $1 million from our resources that are coming in to give a Carnival and you don't fund, as opposed to depending on waiting on the state to give you something to last minute.
Before I end, I just want to say this meeting was great and coming. I can't remember any other time that we had a post-mortem of Carnival. We were always promised post-mortem, but it's good that,
well, we're moving forward, and I think we have a responsibility. Myself, our responsibility. Both of us will not be here next year, so we have to ensure that we document this. So who's coming in here next will have something to work with. Very good. That's my way. But we have to ensure that we do this, and I mean this is positive in terms of what needs to be done. San Fernando is a custom development. the whole transformation. That waterfront is something we have been clamoring for years. We'll transform San Fernando. It will create opportunities unsurpassed. We got somebody said what they call a shed on that piece of tarpaulin. We have a nice view out of the waterfront when they go down there and look the aesthetics and pleasing to the eyes. The world must be seen San Fernando in a different place. We have the diaspora come down here every year. What are they going to do? Some company will go this way. We are doing something. Fit into the mix. Be part of it.
Okay. Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you, Mr. Charles.
I just have one question. Would Juve band leaders be willing to go into the park to use the stage if we get the stage show to this carnival? I'm just trying it out there.
Yeah,
You must get out carry for the stage.
The question is, yes, the big stage and the whatever it is, but how you trigger getting in the band and going on the side of the track? You can't go inside the track. Okay, so we're trying to find a solution. So Councillor is saying that if the stage stay where it is, then the truck will be behind or alongside the stage and explain the gate. So that is a possibility. But then I'm getting the impression that the width of the street by supper is doable and likable. And people prefer that. Because inside the park we kind of handicap you and create a kind of a regulation to go in and come on the park and you're losing people. You see, you're using park, they're using the bank. Beaches. So that was discussed. I think that was discussed with NCC when they came down Carnival Tuesday. Because what I saw is that between my attorneys there and alongside my kids, there's some trees, and people were gathering there because it had a shelter, and you didn't see people by the major point until about after 5 in the evening because the sun went down. By the time fireworks and Kaishan passed in a massive crowd, but when probably Charles had passed, we don't have nobody there. So I spoke to Gypsy about it, and in fact, we have the resources to plan from this. If I think the road is where it's going to be, then put up the beaches there and encourage people to come, and we will charge them something to go to the beaches.
Because we need the money.
Yeah. But I mean, the beaches will cost, you know. So I think that there's potential there for that, and that is a good option. Name and band, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Analysis Glasgow, Ministry of SANDO CARNIVAL. While we're on that bleachers topic, I would suggest that we add some public washrooms as well, because washrooms tend to be a large problem on all carnival days. From kiddies come straight down to Tuesday. Right? So yes, we do have the BB trucks for the bands who can afford, but for the others, it becomes public as well as the other masqueraders, like myself, right? If the corporation has them, we can pay a small fee, because I know the fees are important. We can pay a small fee to have maybe our masqueraders use and the public, same $2 that the private persons are charging or something like that.
Language? I'll look into that. All right, so those suggestions with your consideration. But one of the things that I saw, anybody want to come forward? What that I saw that affected fireworks. I was at the Queen on Superior Street, and the entire pavement in Superior Street was loaded with vendors, and the Queen could pass. So how do we deal with those issues? And then there's the consideration about the small man. The small man has to live on whatever it is. So how do we treat with that? You also have they have to pay the business people to use the pavement. In years gone by, we the spectators stood on the pavement and the band occupied the street, as Kitchener said, the road make over Plymouth and Carnival League. But if the pavement has been done, then the spectators now on the road. And after the road is the rope. And after the rope is the mass. And after the mass, where are we? What happened to the narrow lane that you have to traverse? So people, and one lady said to me on social media that I'm leaving the country to come into San Fernando to play mass, to watch mass. But there's no way to watch the mass, because there's no way to stand. Then you also have to go back to that challenge of every district has a carnival. So Cedars has carnival, Point Wood has carnival, Paigawa has carnival, Surprise has carnival, Princess Down all over the place. So we spread the carnival tin. This is why there's not much spectators around the city. So as somebody said, you come to play mass, they don't see people watching it, they enjoy themselves because they in the community. So it's something in Port of Spain too. So all those are challenges that we have to look at in how we do it. Is carnival going to become like a sporting event? They go around and park and people study stands and clap. Where do we see carnivals happen? A carnival in 20 years' time? And how do we adapt it? And there was some pettiness between where a band blocked another band. And I said, you will back the carnival. You want to people, the band behind him block him sometime before, so he got a chance to block them this time. Nonsense. It's actually happened. That happened this carnival. And everybody tell, I don't call it names, I don't want to put anybody in a spot, but that happened Carnival Tuesday. It's San Fernando. Block a band for over an hour and a half. Because that man blocked them sometime before. And when I threw, there's nobody but each other's. The whole place is empty. So yeah, but they blocked me last year or yesterday or sometime, so they might chance to block them this time. This is what it's happening in 2023. You know? So those type of issues that we have to have that level of cooperation and understanding and make your mass attractive, make your mass in a way that people want to be in your band. And one of the things that I saw that I really wanted to raise is that in terms of your presentation in front of the judges, right? I saw where, so you're playing Barbados, you're playing the region. Right? The band is the region, the Caribbean region. So you have Tobago, you have St. Vincent, Grenada, St. Vincent, Barbados, Jamaica, right? That is the section. So after St. Vincent pass, you do your presentation and playing the Caribbean. And after St. Vincent pass, you stop the music. And you start to do a narrative. So we have Grenada, land of spice. And in the land of spice you have nutmeg. And you have trees, and you have fruit. And busu. And then you start back. So it goes up and down. And you start back. And then you come, and then you stop after Grenada. You have Barbados. Somebody gets a microphone and speaking now. So we have Barbados, we learn flying fish and cricket and catching an oval. And you must do so. And the next section is Jamaica. Right a burst because so they write a burst, but they have to wait. So the energy is going up and down. You understand what I'm trying to say? Maybe you understand what I'm trying to say? Everybody down. The mass going up and down. And you have these young people bursting the energy, want to run behind the truck. But you have to wait for you to portray the 20 minutes narrative about Barbados and the Pissovers and the West Hall and Rapid, what they call them. And then you stop and you go to Jamaica now. So Jamaica had Bob Marley and they had marijuana and whatever and whatever. So and when I go down the next Australia's waiting. This is not happening for Spain. What Spain is peace. So sometimes some people, young people may find that boring and they don't like that. So maybe it's something I as an observer standing on the stage watching, I not playing the master, I get killed because I like the vibes and I have to wait for the vibes to start and stop. So they refer to us as country. and then say, the country. So you have to have the energy and the peace if you want to keep young people in San Fernando. That's me on the outside looking in with an observation. Because them 21-year-old burning with energy that run, they want to really run behind the truck. Right? And the kind of music that they all like. So you want to put your 2 hand in the air, put your ball in the air. And as the man said, I didn't come in to fit the stand up. So why are you paying $3,000 when I had to stand up? While a section is being valued, do not narrative on the next section while I standing up. While I waiting, I didn't come here to stand up. It ties in, makes sense. Do anybody agree with me? They wouldn't because well, you are guilty. But doing the same thing. So when the people come, don't blame me, you know. Blame yourself. Because I didn't come and affect the stand up. No, I play no master stand up. While you talking, give me a whole long story about Jamaica and Baba. I don't listen to that. I come here not to stand up. But I said, the other section, and even the other section of a band, I'm not calling the band even, they brought the Queen. No, they bought a section and they did a dance. A nice little choreograph thing. I went to finish this thing. The dancers now went so and do so to the Queen, to call the Queen. But somebody didn't understand, so the Queen still started waiting. I know if I just penalize you because if your narrative fluid and the choreography fluid, when the dancers have done with the choreography and they come to the Queen and they do so, they are presenting the Queen. And the Queen started waiting because she didn't understand, we didn't pass on the message, so she's supposed to follow that. So she started there, saying with her love, and then the music stopped because they had to beat it. They had an next tune that introduced the Queen and gone. So when you get penalized now on your backs, you don't understand, but if I saw it, each other would have seen it too. So all these are little areas that we tend to underestimate, to pay attention to. But these are critical points in your presentation. Do you understand what I say? They're making sense? Right? And the young people who play mass, they don't want to wait for 5 or 10 minutes while you're talking to the judges. And acknowledging this one, I want to say good evening to the mayor. Talk to me. I'm talking to you. You will tell a whole long story and good evening judges. Hope you have enjoyed yourself. This is so and so bad. And we are around for 35 years. All that going on. We are around 35 years and this evening here we are presenting so and so and so and so and so. And we begin in section number 1. Come in here to stand up. Because what he's saying that 20 people in a section stand up waiting to come on the stage, their energies, they stand and stop. So those are the areas we can do, but that doesn't happen to you. You get a different story. Unless you were trying to replicate what you pretty much from Carnival Tuesday. So.
Good evening, my name is Ajahn from Prestige Juve. And actually, what you are saying there was a conversation I had with one of your judges. I was asking what he was looking for putting into Juve band presenting themselves. And the person is telling me that I should have lined up my masquerader section 1 and 2 and then bring them on the stage and present them in that way. Right? I personally have a problem with the judging panel. I find it no bad. I find that too much of old people in. Right? Judging young masqueraders, judging young band leaders. They're looking for old presentation in my eyes. They're looking for old presentation and old portraits. So it's hard for the young band leaders or young Juve bands actually to make a place. That's how I feel. Right? I agree with you, but the judges are not seeing it the way you see it.
But I am seeing it from a perspective of how do we improve? How do we improve? And I spent the whole Carnival Tuesday behind the judges. Then what the madness I saw there. And I'll be honest with you.
I personally find next time organizing Carnival in San Fernando, get to the stakeholders, right? More Juve bands, more promoters, because the people who organizing, them even throwing parties.
So, okay, so what you're saying, we should have more dialogue between the band leaders and the organizer.
Yeah,
the stakeholders are broad to broad base.
Yeah, let the band leaders and them have a
So we need to have better communication. I agree that.
Yeah, let we have an input on the structure of the thing to make it a little more exciting, because we know young and we
right, so it's a good word, excitement. Because that why it's talking about the excitement is going up and down.
And marketing on the whole, because when you're watching how I was marketing the carnival, right? I'm hearing no radio ads, I'm seeing no, I just say.
Even that narrative that comes down under finance and economics, right?
No, but alright, for instance, we was the only band on radio actually advertising for Juve in San Fernando, right? We even hear see corporation saying San Fernando Juve bringing more people at track, getting more hype. Nothing like that wasn't going on.
Yeah, of course.
It's a cost, but and the next thing is we $100 also each truck, and the money that you had to pay when it wasn't seen. I pay $100, I cannot see city police at the side of my truck. Nobody come and say, let me see me pay $100 on the truck.
There is something. I think we run out of this car almost 2 months. This thing.
Oh.
No. What she getting paid?
Sorry.
There's no provision. There's no provision for that. You know. I could have sent one of my staff down there, but she had the institution money because she worked with her wife. She's not part of the corporation staff.
Alright, I understand. And the next thing is we was in a whole meeting over in let the corporation $10,000 as a deposit, just to cover the company. You did not get the money from NCC. You check right here. Well, yeah, I never checked. But the next thing was we had a meeting, we agreed on the route, and we
agreed on what?
On the route, right? And then the next thing we just changed mysteriously. No band leader, no call, nothing.
So reference to what?
The route Tuesday morning. The route was supposed to go down the bypass.
No. Before
that wasn't it. That was the route.
No, wait.
When we was in the meeting,
No. You fall asleep. Mr. Charles, you respond. Come using mic and respond to that, please. Yes. Anyway, you feel.
I understand what it is Ajamu is trying to say. Really and truly on the 25th of January, there was a meeting with the police. When there was an agreement to the route, right? That's for the police. But remember that agreement would only be that there would have been a further meeting, to make a final decision. And I believe that is where, as I said earlier, there would have been a lack of communication coming out of the...
But the proposal for the bypass was submitted in November.
No. On the 25th of January.
It was submitted in November for consideration.
Right.
Hold on. And it was to be vetted and be approved by the band leaders. Hold on. And somebody leaked that information on social media.
I don't want to call whose name.
Right. And that now, when that was all about that was a decision. It was a recommendation for consideration.
I believe, I hear you, and I hear him, right? I believe persons who attended that meeting went away with the impression that that was the route.
Yeah.
However, it was not, it was only a route that
was not confirmed.
Right? However, when there was a final decision on the route, I think I understand what you said, we didn't know. And then the thing...
it was published?
No, before the publication, there was either somebody who was either on social media, what we call fake news.
Yeah.
So we out there were a bit confused. I will tell you something. There was a document that came out with respect to the route on Carnival Monday and Tuesday, minus judging points. And I think that was probably an oversight. Could I get the document?
No.
right? Minor judging points. So some of the band leaders...
Somebody is asking,
yeah,
somebody was saying, oh, you have no judging point. Everybody know that it's judging point. It's by Sabah.
The document that came out, there was no judging point stated in it. So I believe there was an oversight. Right? So that is why I would have said to you on a platform that probably we need to have some more communication.
But
so that
so I hear you. I don't know.
I understand this, but I have a problem with him when he says that old people judge and you make it feel rude.
But you were talking about
the next thing I find on Parachute is that too much of businesses so we to be not having fun to fund carnival, right? If them contributing to the thing, then don't pass on Parachute. It's simple.
We did it once.
No, they're not
we did that once. We did that once. Never ended up it.
And they didn't play that here. Because I am meeting. But if they're not contributing to
but they're not contributing. No business space in San Fernando.
Take it away from
nobody in San Fernando is contributing to San Fernando Carnival. Not one of them.
Yeah, bypass skillfully.
Don't buy the paint, don't buy the fabric, don't buy the aluminum, don't buy the steel, don't buy the glue, don't buy the sequins, don't buy the cloth, don't buy nothing.
No, but that bypass will be anything for we as bandits, because it will eliminate. It will eliminate Thomas.
What is Carrot doing for San Fernando? What is Carrot doing for San Fernando?
Carrot?
Nothing. What is Fernandez doing for San Fernando?
What is?
What is digital doing for San Fernando? What is KFC doing for San Fernando? What is Royal Cash doing for San Fernando? We write letters upon letters to these people.
Well, alright, so it ended up that alright, so instance my man is just a pebble. I still get sponsor from Anderson.
So the individual bands with cash would know-how will go to the company directly and tell something happens. Right? And then we're supposed to do it, so you shouldn't do it. But collectively, we are not getting anything from them. So we have the independent state.
So that is what I'm saying. If it is we come together, right? If we come together and put out the application to them, tell me my conquer.
Let us hope that this forum and what's being expressed here gets some coverage and maybe raise some awareness that we are being neglected and left behind and being treated badly.
Yes.
So when we put your next time, we're making a case based on this meeting here today, that the families are protesting, we will not buy the bears next year. But we really have to stand up on this.
Alright, thanks.
But I think, as I said before you came, is that I think the council will be in a better position in going forward based on local government reform. It's something we don't pay attention to. The local government reform will transform how we do business in San Fernando. I know for local government election, you already still reform, but nobody's paying attention to that. It gives the council autonomy to spend money and make money. Unlike the system that exists now, if we want to build a road that collapses on Market Street next to this bar, back in Black Hole, that's been almost a year and a half to fix because of the current water leak. Because we have to go to central government to get that money. If we, in another a year or so, we don't have to go to government for that money, we do it on our own. So we can do things, we can allocate the money to Carnival before based on the reform and based on property tax. There are several opportunities that we have now that we've never had before. So it would not be as bad as it was. So things should improve. Carnival 2024 should be good. In fact, I don't like how it lasts, so I don't plan my funeral 2024. And one of us should be telling how many of us can say what we play next year? Or where you're for, right? We do. Right? So this is what we're supposed to be. Planning process. We can't wake up after we're planning, so we're going to play a market. We're supposed to start taking it to the next level. Yeah. And as the conversation saying, your driver, we had a great city big last year. everybody wow. So as you try on, as you feel, that's where you can reconnect with the membership. And after you leave your little juve, you say, okay, well, remember, ready 2 months time, 3 months time. When they come to register city week, they get enough time on 24th by presentation. You know, so that is where we're supposed to be. We have to plan our carnival in a collective way. We can't be this one and that one and the other and overcome some of the challenges and problems. Because we're not in this alone. There are people outside that dependent on one of your creative minds to do something. And some thought must go into the group. Because you're not here by accident, you're not here because you come to a meeting this evening. You came here because you have been instructed to come here by some divine force. You're not in carnival because you like mass. You're in carnival because God gave you a talent. But how do you express yourself? And when we used to make big flower bag, wash the flower bag and put patterns on it, right? That's progress. So let your creative juice flow, start thinking. Use your imagination. Take your costumes outside it. And make it attractive that somebody will say, wow, I want to do that mass. Peter Mitchell transforms Trinidad Carnival. Where's the next Peter Mitchell? This have to come from Woodbrook. He can come from San Fernando. So we have to start picking out the book. Some of the bands, right? We will come in, we come each other for raising the bar, certain high standards, so we could be on power. Anybody in Hollis Bay, and we could do it too. We have to start thinking big. It can happen. So we going into the carnival children. I know what we're seeing here overlapping. I'm touching almost on everything. Like I was telling you, we have touched carnival Monday and Tuesday with the mass by topic that we bring at the past 20 minutes. So what about if we do a cash incentive for new bands? What about some? A cash incentive for new bands, right? So we think out of the box. If that can be done, so give you encouragement and see funding for the writers. So when we get tomorrow, we participate in Dr. NCC. If we get some money, so we will look at those things, look at how much debts we have, what we put in savings, how much $100 we collect on trucks, and give it back into the system by saying cash incentive, right, Mr. Charles? You $100 for trucks and everything. So Carnival Tuesday issues, we open the floor for Carnival Tuesday issues.
My time. Well, I hope that that idea that I brought could be a bit retroactive. That I could really deal with that cash incentive. Right? I think the route was a bit too long, in a sense that there was very few banks. And after George and Nancy Sapa went down to, I didn't even see the people in the house, the home for the aged house. They were sleeping around that time, right? And then they came up Sutton Street, there was nobody. The public bathrooms, I think, in the area. Right? And then they have to show up Mopra Street. I think a lot of people have issues with on Mopra Street. I work around this. I know it's called the Bonilla Trial. Right? And then we had a bit of people on Library Corner. Promenade. Cut off your music. Chancery Lane, High Street.
Okay.
I think who would have missed Carnival a lot would have been the people on Upper Port. Right?
Where your man started?
I started on Sparrow Street.
Okay, you had a shortcut?
No, I didn't take no shortcut.
No, I shortcut.
But I'm just saying that it was kind of nonsensical sending the bands all that way with no one. Just as John said,
so that's the solution. When you leave Sapa, what is your recommendation?
My recommendation, Sapa, will probably take the road straight across and probably come up High Street.
When you leave Sapa, go away.
Straight on the Independence Avenue, Yeah, instead of cutting in, especially on that Tuesday mass.
So go straight from where?
Instead of cutting in, go straight from Independence. You know you're not short
Yeah.
right? And come up High Street.
Okay.
Probably go up the coffee.
And navigate the hospital.
Yeah.
Stop and go.
Instead of you coming up Sutton Street, making up Sutton Street, nobody.
The reason was to avoid the hospital.
That's a real long walk to avoid the hospital. I guess you can go back on there.
Now, hopefully we are the waterfront
The next year. Alright. We have to avoid the hospital on this day.
No.
good distance.
No, you're away from it.
Alright, okay.
Because the last time
I think that was one of the major.
the last time we did that, we heard how babies were crying and shaking, beds were tumbling, hospital was
But you know, in times gone by, you know, I would have seen mass passing there, and I would have seen people coming out and dancing and all this kind of thing.
Mr. Charles, we used to go in the hospital
And play mass.
go around the hospital,
So I don't know.
and the patients to come and wait for
So I
you.
don't know if it's a different
Right,
virus
right,
taking
right,
them
right,
or
right.
different kind of medication again, you know. But we have to respect that. Hospital is a right.
So maybe it wasn't what could be the solution, but of course the dialogue that we spoke about earlier, very early, to confirm the route would be way.
Mr. Mayor, before I take my final time to thank you, I want to talk about Carnival in general. I walked through San Fernando some weeks before Carnival. I used to see a mass face in a store. Like we didn't hear that Carnival is happening. Right? We need to boost, especially the pre-Carnival activities. There was a time in Melskina Park is back, we used to have a thing called Old Mass competition. Old Mass is different to the Jubilee. Old Mass competition.
In the middle of a party.
Why can't we have like some reenactments of Tamil riots in courts? Take that guy course. What happened to Bloody Tuesday reenactment, the Tuesday reenactment and all this kind of thing? We have artistic people around here.
So we have the we have that.
Right. When I know there was an issue with the Saudi marsh grant.
Yeah.
We have most of the people reaching big places in for a state, Stalin and the deceased and all them start right here. Why we can't get the marsh grant for ourselves down here? Right?
So the Saudi demand crash that we had for years, where we had the King and Queen bands and Calypso show, came with a cost. And of course, we use Skinner Park. And now that we have the park back, there could be consideration for that show because after Fiesta, they overlapped and they have the Tuesday night. That's what we did. That's how the idea came up.
And I saw Panorama coming back.
Well, I know what the
We can go down and what about the stick fight and the war fight?
The stick fight was in the park.
Stick fight.
Was on the Wednesday night.
I only Wednesday night. We had the stick fight.
We had the stick fight. We had the stick fight national finals. You see, all the items you consider, they're mentioning there, come to that cost. And we don't have resources to do that.
Why it is, one more question, why it is we are still getting subventions that is equitable to a regional corporation? We're a city.
Because Salmon is considered a region.
And we said, don't take that.
We're taking that going on for the past 30 or 40 years.
Stop taking that. We are a city and we should be treated
well, as I said before, we have found a solution which is repeating again, local government reform.
And as I said, that would be my final question.
But do you remember what year we had the Cambodia riots in San Fernando?
That will be for the historians. Are there any?
Well, anybody remember when we had? Anybody here remember when we had the Cambodia riots?
Anybody?
No.
When you know the Cambodia riots,
the Cambodia riots was held on Coffee Street when I was the member of Parliament for San Fernando West.
Exactly.
In 2009.
So now that you are becoming the whatever, before you go, fix it.
2009 we did that, and we also had 2 Panorama finals in San Fernando when I was the member of Parliament. Okay, there are 2 Panorama finals in Skinner Park.
You see, I will tell you something you wish it. What they can do us in San Fernando, they can't do it for us. They can't do it to be good.
maybe if we stand as a body, because sometimes we say, okay, let's go and fight. I'm going to look around, I haven't
Nobody behind me.
Nobody behind me.
Trust me, I hear.
Alright, so, but this is positive in many ways. You spoke about the total disrespect, for instance. I saw a statement about Carnival on the papers. We don't get a festive feeling, right? We don't get to see anything around the city. We have made a space available, and I want you all to pay attention to this. That space for the library is an available space, and it's an ideal location because it's in the center of the city. You could have an event anytime. We had a show there last year for the Republic Day. You were all there. We had an endless artist show. When the police stop the show at 9:30, when the offering stop the show at 9:30, we wanted to eat them up. So it tells you that the venue is ideal, but we didn't have that space to put anything. We had the police band there, we had parang music there, Christmas, kind of thing there.
It's good to hear this, Your Worship, and I think I will take my seat now again for the final time.
Right.
I only hope that whatever has been said here, that it will be transformed into action. And it's not another.
If we were to break like lunchtime performance as important speak, unlike we will we have people?
Yeah, you would. Your Worship, I have seen it and I know it.
So, holding you to that.
Yeah. Although bring Ajamu to sing, bring Ajamu.
Bring it to market.
Right. Right? Okay, thanks much.
Anybody else on this side? Yes, ma'am.
My name is Felicity Victor from Island again. I just have one thing to say. The reason why Port of Spain is much more festive is because they work as a team. And when Carnival done, yes, we have learned, they continue with activities looking for Carnival. And that's what some Fernando people need to do. We need to get more active, don't wait for Carnival. So we always have that pump, and we always have that heights, and think out of the box, and that will come together.
What do you recommend?
Well,
what we have Easter, what do you do?
Well, I mean, I'm a person right to deal with the youths. That's me. Easter coming, we have to think out of the box we're doing. So that it's a party for the children in San Fernando itself.
Yeah, I was just do things that Easter parade that people try.
Yeah, things like that.
But the support is not there for the people because I know a lady, this Bartlett lady, she does a parade. I used to think on the promenade, we had Easter show there and everything, but we don't support. We kind of seasonal.
That is it.
The people themselves, right? So the issue is not the system, it's the people. Because we seasonal. After this, we waited for the next event.
And you shouldn't have to wait for that because that is why we lose that momentum. And then you want to know why things are happening. You have to come together and support each other, and that is why people will not leave San Fernando and go for Spain.
How many persons you would have said, I stayed how much Carnival on television? Ask around. People much people when you come to the home with the cooler, the food and the stay home watch the Carnival. They also had a COVID scare and fear. That those who did not come out of the house because of COVID. Some people got COVID 3 and 4 times. So you have all those issues that have impacted on playing mass. If 20% of the masqueraders didn't play mass this year because of COVID, you see a dwindling among across the board. If 20% of the spectators didn't come out this year because of COVID, you see it on the streets. But COVID played a critical role in the impact of Carnival in a negative way this year. We talk about that, we talk about all the different things. We talk about the economics, we talk about the lack of promotion and marketing, we talk about the quality of the mass, but we have not spoken about the impact of COVID. But it did. Because we don't want to admit it, we don't want to accept it, but COVID did play a part. There are people wearing masks still. Some of us not wearing it. So, there you go. Mr. Mina, I didn't hear for the evening. I just suspect you were going to say something.
Oh yeah. Good afternoon. As a Mina from our friends consider, there are two things I would like to address. I don't know if they went already. One is there's a clear making to certain bands in San Fernando who for year after year after year come out and block the road. Smaller bands having problems, reaching on the after 9 in the night, and that kind of thing. When they leave the competition point, they stop after Root Avenue, just for what I don't know. Yes, play music, and then about inside there. You want to have to move peacefully.
But we spoke about that earlier on, and I personally observed it, and I heard a comment which I mentioned here tonight. What was said? So it's victimization, vendetta, pettiness, all together in one. And it's unfair if you were affected by that. So there's something where we can overcome and understand that we have to work together.
The next thing is, I would like to know what the criteria, I think I kind of forget it, what's the criteria for judging of services small bands and yeah.
So I think I know where you're coming from, so it has to be only convenient to respond.
We have judging carnival Monday. We judge bands carnival Monday, we judge bands carnival Tuesday. So with band of the year, you must parade on the dates.
Exactly what I know. There are particular bands that parade one day and they are a judge in.
Well, if they only play Monday and they one band of the year Monday, they one band of the year, they one Monday small bands. Right, they won't be the overall. But if you can win Monday and not come out Tuesday, you can win Tuesday and not come out Monday. But overall, you have to come out only 2 days.
So the band of the year will be a combination of Monday and Tuesday.
Who was the highest score on Monday or Tuesday? Obviously, if they don't come out Monday, your score is 0.
So they are bands who come out Monday and Tuesday alone.
Right, they can't win Tuesday. If I am the best man, if I come out Tuesday and I am the best man, I win Tuesday. You are not the overall winner.
Anybody else?
Let me ask a question. If bands are blocking the road and such, are band leaders okay for the next year that band is charged a higher registration fee or start at negative 10 points or when you judge it? Or how do we solve that I blocking you? Penalize them financially, penalize them.
Pleasant night, everyone. General Stewart, Jamas International, Tuesday Mass. Yeah, we keep talking about improvement by the carnival and putting structures in place to make it better the next year. As far as I see, well, I knew on the masking at Bambina. But I can get some insight here too from the old lines. I realized, take for instance, we're talking about the marshals and them. That funny will be about who blocking who on these things. I feel that is the portfolio they're supposed to be like portraying. They're supposed to put eyesight on that. Where they could take notes, the bank will lose points for that all the way off a stage, interrupting the traffic flow and these things. There's a problem down the road. If you do it every year, no discipline taking place. It comes like everything that's, you see no progress. There's just one point I see with the marshals and them. I feel they're coming handy for that. Instead of interfering with things where other people can get them in back and all these things, there's a nice solution. And another point there, we look at that, talking about San Fernando, everybody is saying, San Fernando people, they this, they that. But this whole graph here is supposed to have a foundation. You see the heads to each other, everything takes place like Pancho and Bego. I'm moving a little bit. Pancho and Bego. That is the body for pan. I find the focus more important still is the capital issue. But if you have children in San Fernando, seeing trouble, you will leave the children in San Fernando to die. Balance the thing a little bit, see where we can make better improvement and bring Panama down south for a few years and let's show you, build the economy, San Fernando. Businessmen will see transparency and they'll put money out. Businessmen are going to sponsor no panside and they'll see transparency what is money going to do? These are things I look at. And in your worship, before I leave office, these are things I feel we could try and make a little headway before I step out, or leave the book and make sure I'm putting out of it for the next minute appeal. Continue, not go back, That's what I mean. We keep talking about progress and that'll make us start somebody with heads. Carnival committee, we're looking at Mr. Gypsy. He was a passenger all the years, he's seen all the problems. When he Hollis here to drive now, he forget all those problems. That's how we keep going, And if you have made progress, we have to put the body to take charge and set the foundation for down here. Thank you.
Well, I feel reference to the blocking of the bands, I think the municipal police should get involved in that. Because I don't think the band leaders or the DJ trucks have any respect for the marshals. So I think the municipal police leaders should we have to put that in place fully. Because we did it to him on it. We walk around, we have to put somebody behind. So right, so the municipal police could address the blocking of the band, that one. You say issues that there is valid points in terms of how we operate. As I said before, so there's several areas you spoke briefly on the economics at Santa Fernando and how do we get interest. I don't like it if I use Skipper as a reference in sponsorship, how we operate. Right? We had an experience with one of the sponsors last year, and they told us, I think it was in November, they wanted to give us $125,000 to the Panama, 14 pieces of product, three trucks, and I think 150 bandanas and 100 t-shirts. We tell them to keep that. And we were prepared to go to Panama without a sponsor, but we persevered and we were going to pull one together. And even when you pull a sponsor together, they said, we're giving you $300,000. And we told them to keep that too. Not that we had $300,000, but that level of inconsideration was accepted. So we told them to keep that. But I think they felt a little embarrassed. And they decided that a steamer could tell you, we don't want your money. And then they came back with a better offer. And they're with us now. But sometimes you have to buy people to do and tell us this. And you have to have pride in what you do. We would be in the many years we were in Panama without a sponsor. But you have to have bad mind, which I don't we all have. All of us have bad mind. You may feel that when you're looking good, how many of you all have to take your personal funds at times and pay for costumes or pay for design and sometimes you question me and somebody all like, honestly, I ask myself how you are doing this. Right? But it's the demon that must make us do it. So not just the bad mind, but the bad mind and the conviction and the wherewithal and the pride, you take it to another level. But you cannot do it, it will not happen on your own. So in terms of the corporate bodies who they have in Santa Fernando, they don't exist. All the offices are store owners and some bloodthirsty businessmen on High Street. Right? They wouldn't even paint the building. They have grass growing in some other building, much as they give you a gallon of paint. They're not doing that. John spoke about Superior Street, and who's at Superior Street? I look at some invoices where people being hardware, over $60,000, $70,000 that hardware. I just looked at it last night. And nowhere that hardware said, well, let me just give you all something in return. So these are things that we have to do. If you do your budget for it, let's say you're playing, your Juve band require you to purchase 500 t-shirts and whatever you buy, you have to negotiate upfront with that supplier. I am purchasing 500 t-shirts from you. And what is it? And the t-shirts cost $50. I want you for $35. And they said, no, then you look at the next buyer, somebody will take it. I bought some fringe that cost us $15 for 10 feet by 15 inches. And when I went and checked online, that same fringe cost 30 cents with Alibaba. So I buy that fringe in September. I buy my fridge in September. I have a daughter in New York. I tell her, get that fridge for me and send it down on the first flight in a grip. So we have to start thinking, right, you ain't going by one person. Why must I pay $58? And I went to stop there was $65. Was $65 for it? And I negotiated by buying plenty. When I look back at my bills and I did my survey, when I told my bills, I said, people are over here, I'm not giving it. How are you doing this? I went to do my research. I checked it, 30 cents. You see, I can pay $65 or $50 for. So, how are we thinking? Are we going to them same people and buying those things? When you could do, everybody have family in New York. Everybody could go online and do their shopping. So we have to think out of the box. If you design your costume from now, you know exactly what you need. You know what your membership is, right? And you know what your purchasing power would be. You know what you could borrow. You know how you could do it. We become one and we buy, I ain't got no store name right now, and we buy a massive park there, opposite the gas station, and buy a set of material, and making one person rich. Right? You learn from that. If you make any same mistake all the time, what you do? You put it problem for yourself. So how you, in a very analytical way, sit down and look at, like, oh, you have these sheets here. This is what I need. This is what it costs, and where I'm getting it from, and what I have, and line everything up together. That's what we do. We have to remember two things. It's the poor people and the steel bands that developed Manson. Because when man started in the 1800s, it was the French people, right? The aristocrat people, the well-off people, the people that come to the mass and bought a truck and pass it away by people, until the Cambodge riots and the poor people and the slaves rebelled and protested and mimicked the mass people and brought it into the community and simplified it so people could participate. And after 160 years, we go right back to where we started. And what are we doing about it? We sit down and crawling with ourselves and blaming one another and not understanding how it happened and why it happened. It's a systematic, organized thing that has been done. The same approach and the same system and the same play. What are we doing about it? It's the same people affected. So bring it back to how it used to be. By being the mass of it taken away from the people, the ordinary people. It's the steel bands that brought mass into the community. George Bailey's first costume in 1955 was for Invader Steel Band. Long before we knew who George Bailey was, for Invader Steel Band, one man a year. He's one of the biggest mass jazz this country could produce. So the steel band brought it into the community and got people involved in the mass. But we lost that. Which are one of us here in the system. So we have to bring it back in a very systematic, understanding what the issues are. Understand how it got there. We are no longer the movers and shakers. We are the followers. We are the supporters. How many of us run into the bank laughing and smiling? Yet last week, Wednesday and Thursday. But then the cultures will say that. And they want the outstanding man in Santa. We are struggling to make two ends meet. How many of us call friends and family, Bible Sundays, they come and collect 5 costumes, they take shame out of your eye. They take shame out of your eye for your pride. So we have to start by understanding what it is, right? And start small. And do what we have to do so we can be successful in 2024. The fact that you are here this evening, the fact that you know what you do, you have the potential to do it. But you have the demon that we all have, the bad mind that we all have. You just have to start putting it into your head, thinking it out. They can the same mistake you make all the time. Not difficult. So, if I think there's a positive thought, a positive thinking that I just divulge, for us to put us in a different zone and a different mindset. And we could leave here with this idea that we could make a difference by changing how we do things. Because you see, Majam, we say, do buy from these people. Yeah, that's what we're looking at it. take somewhere else. If you can't get it, make it. Before we had Christmas tree, you take a cocoa branch and put cotton on it and make that our Christmas tree. So we understand that Christmas tree, make it China. But after you go around to the decoration, right? Don't do that. Who said that's not creative? Who said that's not pretty? He said somebody programmed you to think that that's not pretty. But what it does is remove your creativity. Because you buy the whole tree, put lights and all that, plug it in and you're ready. And remove that ability for you to put something together. We talk about Christmas tree, my house to be a war between me and my wife about 2 children. Because we fighting on one another, we should be more creative. Jackie, you know that. They are war in my house. Because of this typical creativity, as opposed to going to high street and buying a complete Christmas tree and ready. When we do Christmas tree in my house, there's an argument for a whole month, what color we going with, what the scheme would be, and who buy the decorations, who putting it up. Because that brings out the creativity in your family. Instead of going to buy a ready-made, what do you want to buy a ready-made Christmas tree? I don't know. You don't have to do that. You look good, but you don't have to do that. And when the Christmas tree down, everybody take it, but I didn't use it. I didn't stick back another bite. I'm going to shake it. Because I did it. When they come to Christmas, we call them because I did Christmas tree. Do not use me, did it. But that's what creativity is about. So I hope that these notes, as simple as it may sound, could evoke some ideas how we go forward, how we prepare SANDO CARNIVAL and take it in a better place. I want to commend Blue Boys for maintaining the tradition of Juve. And then before I remember something about personal, right? Because there's something that we lost or losing, and you have been holding that together. Congratulations, you and your team, for coming up with creative ideas and provoking thoughts on events and commenting on social commentary that happened last year. We do it almost sometimes. So, free to make your comments.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bhagavan Singh, the leader of the Blue Boys Juve Band, who have been performing for 41 consecutive years, of which we have won 38 times out of 41. Thank you very much. It has to be a carnival record, by the way. We need to investigate that. Your worship, members of the head table, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to thank you for your work. Too often we are so bent on criticizing people and finding fault. But I have said it before, and I said in an article in the Newsday, that you try your best, and I mean that. But I remember in March the 18th of 2015, you made a promise. You simply have not got the money to fulfill your promises, and that's another time. This is a post-mortem, so I'm not going to waste time to tally on matters that is not the post-mortem, and I will focus on the Blue Boys. I think people here, you just alluded to a little bit of history, that the only form of protest that the slaves were allowed were to come under the cover of darkness at 4 o'clock on Jubilee morning, with charcoal, blue paint, dressed and disguised, to protest and mimic the masters. It was the one day and the one time between 4 and 6 where they would not be recognized. That is a cultural event that we should respect, and we should not look to get rid of it. Calypso tenants have died. Earl McWilliams, Sandinelli, Young, Barclays, Moradali, Caballo, you know them as a sample. They have died, Bob Seeley. And I'm going to stay on record here. I now noted the introduction of freelance, which means extempore is going to die, mark my words. I asked myself why to write a calypso on this. But again, I wouldn't tarry that. What we have done at great cost and at great loss is that we are not going to give this up. It is purest form of carnival is Jubilee. The purest form of carnival is Jubilee. Because it's poverty. Nobody has money to buy clothes. And masquerade balls and black and white minstrels. So we go through the whole, I want to say, pain, because we enjoy it. You have a master, You have a chula, you have you're making fish gorge, you're barbecue, you're drinking your wine. The more you drink, the more mischief come in your head, the more ideas come in your head. Sometimes when the march going on, carnival something like we make a mass to come out on the road. We've kept the tradition of steel band on the road, Mr. Mayor. Where is the steel band? Good Lord. Where is the steel band, man? Come on. We had a steel band moat. Crowbar breakdown, this, that, the other, the band never reached. We reached down the road, we hear there was like Smiley waiting, a phone call, a text message. Come on. You know, 1 year we pay a steel band, and he never showed up. He never had the courtesy to call me, nor reimburse me. So these are the issues in a post-mortem. We must not just have this as a talk show, and then next year the same thing happens. We can't do the same and expect different results. I'm not saying that to you, but we have to make us serious about it, to change it. And on that note, I want to thank the police for one of the safest carnivals I have ever seen in San Fernando. And I want to take my hat to all of the people involved. I want to thank you, Mr. Mayor and Mr. Joseph, for keeping the route that we agreed upon. Many times the route we agreed upon and changed and went on and changed and changed. Then Carnival Saturday we get what we thought was a memo until I called you. People are faking the change of the route. And once at the conclusions, when we get down there and Mokwa Push is closed and this one is closed, and utter chaos. We know next year Carnival is February 12th and 13th. Is that a secret for anybody? If it is only date, here it is. Blue Boys have already planned what we're going to do next year. We want to be able to joking. We want to keep Joker alive, we want to keep traditional romance alive. We're going to have some workshops in the schools like Capricorn College and Traditional College and certain lecturers to get them to come out. I have another idea on what Mr. Charles had said about romance. You remember JCs? Remember the Red Cross? Remember the Texaco Staff Club when we used to have Joker romance competitions in defense? Why don't we start like that? We don't be all inclusive. What a better process. So just giving an idea. You'll never know if it will work, but just try it now. Now, we don't have police pass in 2016 and 17 vehicles to the bands this year. That was such a joy to be, and I still felt safe. And thanks again, Secretary Street was shut down at 11 o'clock. Previously, by 8:30, Mr. Mayor, you picked up that one here. 8:30, the commandant shut down and intimidating. I knew when I saw the bus going on, I told Shiva, we have 10 minutes again, take up the music. Don't wait for them to come to take up the music. We are grateful for that. I am also grateful that we talk about the business people of San Fernando. Southern Meats on the Hills Avenue have been sponsoring Blue Boys since 1982, every single year. They pay for the steel band. They pay for the steel band. I have been buying food, but I buy food. Smiley's Bar, last 5 years. Carby's Print Free. And Works, who does the t-shirts in the Union Hall there. That's a good price. So there are 4 business people that support us. Now we're not a big expense, especially the steel band. We became broke when we went to the DJs, we taught the DJs, my children were growing up, I taught the DJs, they would bring their people and Blue Boys would have second generation. It didn't work because it seemed that the dominant generation don't want to carry out our car. Where their friends go, they will go. That's for another time for us to I don't know how we're going to do it yet. But what I'm saying is that it's a big beef, you know. Mr. Mayor and ladies and gentlemen, our time on stage was 11 minutes and 37 seconds. I have it here. And yet the marshals are rushing us on the stage. When I was going to pick up my placard to come on stage, here's a wave of people coming at each other. That is the disrespect we get. And it's not the first time it has happened. We were told at the meeting 15 minutes, and I said, okay, we were even allowed more than 15 minutes if necessary. We timed our presentation. We rehearsed it in the yard, you know. We rehearsed it in the yard to make sure we were 15 minutes. 11 minutes and 30 seconds, I have it right here. Right? Yet the marshal was coming at the time. And before I could reach to pick my placard, here was this teacher and I'm coming running down the road. Don't play like that can't happen, man. No. This is old mask, this is what Juba is all about. You know, I never liked the idea of the modern mask to begin with, but that's why we had Monday mask. Only one hour when Monday mask failed. Then how many people Monday mask again? Now people are playing Juba and that's it. Ask them. because they get to jump up already. They get a carnival experience. So I don't want to labor too much on the negative, because it's been been good for part most, you've not sure, we had to walk down to a street of Macaroni back to go to the stage. But I still want to make a sympathetic plea for the promenade, for Juve, if nothing, for Juve. I'll tell you why. The stage at Sapa has a disconnect with the audience. How much audience do we have in Sapa stage? How many people do we have to perform for in Sapa for Juve? If I look at the video clip now, you'll see probably 4 or 5 people on thing here. I don't recall how many people were ever inside. So I don't know if it's something you would like to consider, because the all the band members have asked me to put this out to you, and we would like to have Juve in the promenade, if only Juve. Now, I know one year we tried Old Mass on the promenade and Modern Mass down the promenade and Broadway, etc., etc. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know because I simply don't know what the solution is to suit the city corporation agenda, the police agenda, security agenda, etc., etc. But it's a plea I was asked to make, and I have so done. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your time.
Before you leave, I know one of your members, or what members were passed, just probably members support for a brief order.
Pardon me?
One of your members passed the season.
My brother.
Yeah, but they wouldn't make it. For those who don't know, his brother really was San Fernandian in every respect, and not just a mass man, a calypsonian, but an enthusiast. He was a real cultural activist. In fact, he'd have been in every barnyard and tell you when the band had a line, the music tell you, this band put on a part last night. I remember we were at a party, some October, and he had a quattro. The party was going kind of sour. And he picked up the quattro, and together with him, Mr. Branagh, I think it was. We sang in every calypso you could think about, from the 50s to the 60s to the 70s. And when I told I knew calypso, that man knew every calypso line for line, from Mimi down to Gina and Dinah, down to Master Mother's Square Guy.
Rose.
You name it. So he just died on a sudden.
Well, when Ming closed down, when the barn later told me closed down, we said that on Sunday. Believe it or not, Joey Lewis is come because he knew what he did. Valentino will leave San Gregorio and come down. Rio, Funny, all the old things. Stalin or never come one way because something we enjoyed. I mean, we were born and raised behind Lloyd Gay, Pantuna. So look where you born. Baptist on the left, Baptist on the right, and Lloyd Gay behind you. Or you wouldn't go up in radio, we are Presbyterians. So you had no choice.
You're the real son of that here.
Yes, they will be missed. He resurrected the Napoleon College Steel Band from George Mulray days and Roger Moore days, and that out of that came the Naps combined. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for the use of the bands. Makes South so proud, a national title, second time in a row. But again, we don't get the ink, we don't get the exposure. And I make a pledge to you, Mr. Mayor, that I will be talking to the businessmen on St. Street. The gentleman said something here about the business people in San Fernando. They have to, whatever it is, be it in cloth, cash or kind, they have to give back something. They have to give back something.
One more point on the crowd at supper, we proposed a layout to construct beaches along that route. If we had to have a turning point here for your band, for the others, it will be a cost. We're going to focus down there. We think that area is the ideal place, but it's all the way to the wharf. Develop there somewhat and install beaches in Mexico.
Sounds good. We are willing to try it and see if it works. We don't need to change it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would like to speak to the individuals to get your opinions. So I think we will bring the meeting to a close. Thank you all for your contribution. And I think this was a successful evening, and a lot of ideas came out that we were to change. So we decided we want to speak to. So I think that we are collective with our appreciation for the coming together of all the stakeholders, the big man leaders, and we all on the same page in terms of what can be done to improve Carnival and the business sector responsibility to give back, to support us, and we will all be making that approach to make it happen. And more importantly, we're looking at improving quality of mass, consistency, and installing bleachers in the judging point. That's a critical point that we raised a while ago. So we are going to install bleachers there, and we expect that those that to be more supportive in terms of the membership itself and the people who, as we heard this evening, go elsewhere to play match, making them in Santa Clara.
Was that one of the reasons that masses were dying in the city? Because spectators were barred from coming to watch mass by the police.
Well, we heard about wrecking, and that was raised a statutory meeting, and the police had to respond. What the police said is that the law should know and get back to court, whether Carnival or not, if they could be wrecked. But we'll make a plea for leniency and for understanding for Carnival 2024. Well, we think that with the completion and the work on the waterfront, that whole development that we have there will lend itself to a better flow. We'll be avoiding the hills, we'll be avoiding the hospital, those type of challenges that we have. So we can do the Superior Street, the Lady Hills, right, all in the way to the water. That will very well be the route for the future.
What about the recommendation of having
Well, that came from one of the man leaders. It may eventually go there because we have to move from the inner city. The inner city speaks to inconveniencing families, inconvenience business persons. If there's an emergency and the fire truck will have to attend to anybody, we have to go through man. So we have to avoid that. So that may be an inevitable development in years to come.
And how do you respond to the criticism that was leveled that the management of Carnival did not have enough communication with the grassroots?
Well, one or two bands spoke about communication, but what is there to communicate when we don't have anything to communicate? The main issue with the finances, how much money we're getting and how the money will be distributed, and we did not know that. So we could not respond to them yesterday, so we are waiting. We got a figure was given to us, but there's no guarantee to have the figure in your hand.
So have you all received any funding so far?
We have received $350,000 Ash Wednesday. We were told that's 50% of what we're going to get. We keep out in this portion. But we need to move Carnival away from that dependency on the state. We have to be self-sufficient and get support from enterprise, and that's what we intend to do. The state cannot be funding and supporting the whole Carnival.
And what do you think would have been the cost of Carnival this year in Santa Clara?
I think $3 million will be sufficient to give us an understanding of the level that we require. But we think that corporate bodies, people like Karam and Fernandez and all these corporate bodies need to look at something. We contribute to the companies as well, but we are being ignored and being neglected.
And also,
yeah, they got me. Yes, they got me.